Hi, and welcome back to another video here on Drama Recap. I'm Ronnie, recapping your favorite drama. Although, realistically, at this point, it's more like I'm just recapping Amber Lynn Reid drama, which I'm not mad about. People seem to like the videos about Amber. I mean, there's a whole Amberverse, so definitely, she's a mainstay, a main character on this channel. Today, we have some big things to go over. So I'm going to try to do this super quickly because I don't want this video to be really, really long. It really is meant to just be kind of a quick snapshot recap to keep you up to date. So Amber, as you might be aware from my last video, has been going through a little bit of a drama, for lack of a better word, with her ex, Destiny, who has been making videos about her, about their time together. Yeah, Amber has not really addressed much of it, other than on her Instagram Q&A. She did go live yesterday, which we're going to get to in just a second, to kind of finally address some of the things going on between her and Destiny. Before that, last week, I think it was either the day of my video going up, or maybe the day after, Destiny has, she did a live stream on her channel with her now fiance Lexus, where she basically was just kind of, it was a little bit all over the place, and she was really just kind of like more, I guess, exposing Amber, but she was continuously asked like, oh, spill the tea, and she kind of just kept saying like, oh, I don't know any tea, like you're gonna have to ask me specific questions, which is so boring, Destiny. Like, if you're gonna come on and do this, like, come on, like, go full throttle. Although Destiny is consistently saying that this is just for healing and it's not really for any sort of other purpose, which I don't fully believe, to be honest. I mean, I think she thinks it's healing. Do I think a therapist would recommend this? Probably not. But she did spill one fairly decent piece of tea, which has kind of been a long-standing rumor within the Amberverse, but I guess hasn't been like officially confirmed by anyone close to Amber, and that is that Amber's current girlfriend has been the same girlfriend that she's had since she broke up with Becky. Amber has consistently said that her current girlfriend is different than her first wifey. So I know it gets a little confusing, but basically when Amber first broke up with Becky, she started immediately dating this other woman who was known as Wifey. People have kind of found out her name. Amber basically sort of doxed her, essentially, by naming her live stream titles. Basically, like, she put her name in one, she put where she lived in one. She then claimed that she broke up with that girl, and then she was like, I am seeing someone, and she claimed that this girl was local, blah, blah, blah. So basically, Destiny has confirmed that that was a lie, that it is the same girl, which, like I said, people have kind of thought for a while, ever since this happened in fall of 2021. So this wasn't like a huge oh my god, but it was like finally confirmation about this thing that's been ongoing for a long time. Now, jumping to the live streams that the two girls did yesterday, Amber hopped on live and basically she was like, I'm going to address everything Destiny said. Now, I will say, because I already know what I'm going to title this video, and you may be looking at the title and being like, what the hell are you talking about? The parts of the live that I believe and sympathize with Amber was when she was telling the story about her relationship with Destiny's mother and the altercation that occurred between the two of them. Obviously, I don't feel like, no matter how difficult of a relationship you might have, especially that kind of relationship where it's you and your partner's mother, it obviously should not get physical. Like, if you guys don't get along, that is one thing, but it shouldn't get to the point where we're physically attacking people. And it does sound like Amber went through a lot of emotional trauma being with Destiny's mother. Not saying that Destiny or her family didn't, because I believe they also did, obviously. It is really sad, and I do feel for her, and I feel bad. I think she was sincere when she was telling the story, kind of about this and how she felt. Is it the most appropriate thing to do? No, and people are saying, why would Amber bring Destiny's mother up into all of this? I wholeheartedly believe, and I don't know, but I do believe that Amber would not have started discussing Destiny's mother just randomly unless Destiny did decide to come back and bring up this story with Amber. I mean, obviously she's kept it hidden for this many years, partly because I think it is traumatic and partly because I think it also doesn't make her look good and doesn't fit into the narrative that she was constructing of the time, that her and Destiny were so compatible and that, her family, Destiny's family, loved Amber. So obviously, that being said, that is sad, and I do feel for her in that situation, and I wish her the best and wish that she didn't have to go through that. The rest of the live stream, though, is a bit of a mess. It was a little bit all over the place. She did end up calling Destiny the C word. Amber does sort of not blame, blame's the wrong word, but she kind of condemns Destiny for essentially making fun of her cancer diagnosis and her bleeding. This relates to the whole Destiny saying that she smelled and that she stank, and specifically referring to a part of the body that is involved in kind of intimate parts, maybe not being the most fresh. And it's the most delicate way I can say that on YouTube. Amber kind of insinuates that the reason this was for her is because of her cancer diagnosis, which obviously, again, feel for Amber. That is really, really traumatic to go through, and I feel so bad that she did have to do that she had that occur in her life. However, Destiny was not saying that. Destiny was more referring to Amber's hygiene just not being up to date, especially because the timeline of these things are multiple years apart. Amber's kind of cancer symptoms and things where she was bleeding heavily. We can talk about it. Both Amber and Destiny discussed it. Amber was bleeding very heavily. That occurred or started in 2018, and Destiny and Amber's relationship came to an end in January of 2017. Maybe these things were starting much earlier than Amber ever knew, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt on that one, because I'm not going to sit here and say that she is 100% putting the blame of her cancer onto Destiny, much like she did with Becky, which is a whole other thing. But to me, that just doesn't add up. Personally, I think it was really telling that is the way that Amber kind of went about, saying that story. Now, also, I will say I do think it is a little trashy and low of Destiny to be saying all this stuff about Amber. One thing that Amber addresses that then Destiny addresses in her live stream, all the girls were going live yesterday, is that this is part of Destiny's healing process, which I don't necessarily, as I said before, I don't think a therapist would be recommending this. I think Destiny is viewing a way to get her feelings out. I do believe that Destiny feels that she never had a voice in the relationship, which is something that Amber in her live stream says, that she never shared any information without Destiny knowing, and that Destiny saw all of her videos and knew everything was going on. Once again, I don't believe Amber. I think that Destiny saw an opportunity to come on, share her side of the story, and get paid for her side of the story. Obviously, YouTube is a monetized platform. Once you get to a certain level, you are able to make enough money to hopefully support yourself, which is what Amber's been doing for multiple years. Destiny claims that she doesn't want YouTube to be her full-time job, but if she can get some extra income, why not? The last thing I want to touch on as far as a topic is going to be the kind of allegations or tea that Amber dropped about Destiny and Dana, and that is that Destiny is continuously trying to contact Dana, even up until what is assumed to be very recent times, attacking this from all angles. One, if this is true, why would Amber spill that? That's really a break of trust. Two, Destiny, that's really just not good. I mean, Amber, her whole argument on the live stream is based off the predication that Destiny is a liar and a cheater, which we all knew. Destiny has admitted. People were telling that to Amber when she was still friends with Destiny in the 2018, 2019 era. You're not spilling anything. And I think this is where people have an issue with Amber, that she tries to kind of twist the narratives to fit what she wants at times. Now it's convenient for her to claim that Destiny is a liar and a cheater and no one should believe her. But she was friends with Destiny. It was convenient for her to be like, Destiny is not like that. We, talked about things. I know exactly what went on. You guys aren't in our relationship or our friendship, and you don't know. And she's not a liar. She's not a cheater. She doesn't use me for money. I willingly pay for this. And now in this live stream, Amber is like, I paid for everything. Every time you saw Destiny, I paid for her. I spent thousands of dollars. I made not as much money as I spent on Destiny. All of this stuff. Sorry, I kind of lost the plot of the Destiny and Dana thing, but I think this all connects, that Amber is just kind of trying to use any little bit of grasping of straws that she can to try to discredit Destiny and make people believe her. And like I said, I've said it in this video, I said it in last video, I feel bad for Amber that this is going on. I feel bad that this is her life, but she does have to take some accountability in a part that she has caused this a little bit by her actions. And I am one of the most sympathized people with Amber. I watch videos And people are basically like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're dumb and we hate you and you're a liar. And people are really, really harsh out there. I think that Amber had a really, really hard life prior. I think she tries to be a good person, but I think just her chemical makeup is one that is predisposed to trying to push like others out in front as the blame. And I think Amber feels like she's owed something by the world a little bit, and that because her childhood was so difficult, where she didn't have any control and things were just kind of pushed upon her. By her childhood, I mean like her child years to like early teenager years, because we know that when Amber was a teenager, she didn't make the best decisions even then. But I think all of that was from 10 years prior of not being able to trust adults, of people just kind of shuffling her about and having horrible, horrible things happen to her. And obviously, the woman we see today is a product of all of those things. But as I said, it is Amber's job at this point as an adult to take accountability and essentially break the cycle, really, is what it is. So that's where I'm going to end it for today. These lives were crazy. You can definitely find them on YouTube, and you can find recaps of the actual lives. I'm probably not going to include any clips of them. And there's a ton more stuff to get into that I didn't cover today. These are just some of the topics that I found kind of interesting. And thank you so much for watching. Definitely leave me a comment to let me know kind of just how you feel about the Amber situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. And I will be back again with another drama to recap very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.